The following is intended for mature audiences only. Discretion is advised.
Welcome to another episode of We're Done Here podcast. Please make sure to like and subscribe to our podcast wherever you may be watching or listening to this. Today I'm here with a very interesting guest, Derek Drescher. Is that how you say it? Like Fran Drescher?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Relations?
No.
Okay, interesting.
I wish.
Right? I love the nanny.
Yeah.
Mr. Sheffield. Anyway, so I don't even know how I know you, Derek. I just know you from the scene, right?
Yeah.
And then Derek's a comedian, and I don't even know how you got into comedy. Tell us more.
How I got into comedy. I mean, I've had friends tell me when I was like younger that, you know, I was funny and I should do comedy.
Yeah.
And then when I was in jail, a lot of guys told me I was funny, I should do comedy. And then the last time I got out of jail, I was just like, all right, I'm going to do comedy.
Okay, when was that?
It was about 9 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, it's probably more like 10 now.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't really start doing it properly until about 6 years ago.
Okay, that makes sense, because
Yeah.
I feel like we're not in the same class, but I was like, I feel like we're in a, like... Yeah, so I was like, well, he wasn't been in the game that long.
Yeah, no. No, at first I was writing jokes about, like, stuff that... I was trying to be like how the comics I saw on TV, but I wasn't talking about anything.
You wasn't talking about yourself.
Right.
Guys, see, that's the magic, y'all. If you listen to this, you gotta talk about yourself. That's how I be talking about. I be talking about vampires and shit. They were like, "Why she care about that?" Because I like vampires.
Yeah, if you like them.
I mean, why
people
not?
can pick up on that.
Exactly. Okay,
yeah.
I love that. So doing comedy about 6 years now. You have some funny videos. You're doing a lot of videos online.
Sketches,
that is very entertaining. You play a good racist. I like that. I was like, I love, if Derek play a racist, I'll watch it, because that shit is entertaining. I love it.
Thank you.
Love that. But today we're here to talk about your topic. You mentioned that you were in jail.
Right.
We're going to talk about Derek. He was a criminal. But now he not. I think. Where's my bag? But anyway, tell us more about that, Derek.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm what you would call I'm reformed.
A reformed
criminal.
Inmate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm there's so many words for it. They call it justice involved.
Oh, wow.
Formerly incarcerated individual.
Formerly incarcerated.
Yeah.
I know, I've heard about that.
Those
one.
are all social justice terms I've learned.
I love that. You
Yeah.
know what's so funny? I think it's obvious. I worked as a social justice warrior for a very long time.
Yeah.
We always used to talk about the formerly incarcerated. We have there's all these programs here in New York City.
Yeah.
So I'm quite familiar with all that stuff. But also, I feel like it's easy to get in the system. Do you think you was really a bad criminal, or was it easy for you to fall in the system here in New York City?
I think I just had untreated mental health stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just like a lot of the men and women who are in there.
That is so true. So, tell us, where it started and all that.
This is wild. My grandma died.
Oh, wow.
So I was
That's a big deal.
I was a kid. I was like 12, and I guess I just didn't have the tools to work through it. So I started acting out.
God.
And then, one day I was just on the street and I saw a car that still had its keys in it, and I just got in the car and started driving.
Okay, just outside. How old was that? How old were you when you did that?
Like 12, 13. And then it turned into a huge police chase.
Wow, at 12, 13.
Yeah, and then I looked for once I got in, I just kept getting in trouble because they put me in juvie, and then I was on probation, and I got out of juvie, and then I couldn't complete probation. I kept getting in trouble, so they would send me back.
Got it.
And then once I turned 18, like when I was around 19 years old, I got arrested when I was 18. I was then I'm an adult.
Yeah.
It's not youthful offender anymore.
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
So I was like, I'm gonna go in the Army.
Oh, you went to the Army?
I made it 11 months.
Okay.
Went to jail there too.
Wait, what you do? Oh, you can't talk about it? Okay, now on the podcast. It's classified.
I didn't get so my time was always, because if you think about it, the military is a lot like jail.
Oh my, it's exactly.
It's an institution,
too,
yeah.
And the schools.
You got the dorm rooms. A lot of jails, it's not always cells, it's dorms.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're living with a bunch of dudes, which isn't natural.
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah. So I ended up getting in trouble there too, and then I got, I was politely asked to leave, and then when by the time when I came back to New York, I just, from like that time until I was 33, I was just in and out.
God, was it like influences around you? Like, why was you were just...
So my mother always used to be like, oh, your kids you're hanging out with are bad. But I was the worst one.
Oh, okay. You was the influence.
Yes.
So they was like, stop hanging out with that fucking
even when I took the car that night, there was nobody around. I did it on my...
It was just you. That's how you figured out it was like a more of a mental health
of my
thing.
own accord. I mean, I didn't realize
some work.
The mental health issues, like, for real until... I was like in my 30s.
That's you doing some work, right? It's like some therapy or something?
Oh, yeah. So, basically I ended up going to drugs. And then this is it happens to a lot of people, especially people who are in and out of the system, and even people who have sold drugs. Like, it's like if, the drugs don't get you, the lifestyle will. A lot of people I know who were drug dealers ended up getting hooked on the drugs they sold.
Yeah, that's true, too.
So I was bad on heroin. For about 3-4 years, and then I was just, these places are putting me on methadone, they're putting me on Suboxone, trying to get me clean. Yeah. And then I had this this caseworker at this place called Center for Recovery, and she was just like straight up with me. She's like, "You're gonna die.
Oh wow.
You're going to die. Will you let me try to help you?" And at that point, I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll do." So she's like, "We're gonna send you to this place in Queens. It was called Samaritan Village." She's like, "You're going to be..."
I know Samaritan Village.
Yeah. She's like, "You're going to be part of the Suboxone program there."
God.
So I'm supposed to show up at this facility with my Suboxone. I don't.
Oh.
They piss test me. I'm positive for morphine, cocaine, everything but Suboxone.
Okay.
They're like, "Where's your Suboxone?" I'm like, "I sold it," and the guy started laughing.
Did you sell it?
Yeah.
I'm done.
He started laughing, and I was like, "What? I'm supposed to tell the truth, right?" And he's like, "Yeah,
true.
That's good that you told the truth." But he goes, "I can't put you in a Suboxone program if you don't have Suboxone.
If you out here selling your Suboxone, yeah."
He's like, "You don't even have any in your your urine." So he goes, "Now we have to fully detox you."
Oh wow, that's horrible.
And he goes, "And you're not going into the Suboxone program. You're going into a regular program." So they sent me to St. John's Behavioral Health in Yonkers, and they did methadone for like 3 days there. They did me a quick taper, put me on a bunch of psych meds and sleep meds. I was there for about, I think, a week and a half. Yeah. They sent me back to Samaritan Village in Queens, and then Samaritan Village also has another spot in Manhattan that they transferred me to that one, which is a veterans program, which was wild. I didn't think they'd take me because I was only in it for 11 months.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Thank you for your brief service.
Yeah. So, and then I was there for 18 months, and that place, it's what they call a TC, which is a therapeutic community. So all these veterans in there, though, they're all either looking at time, in drug court, have been chronically homeless, substance abuse issues, which I had all of them.
Yeah.
You walk in, and there's rules. They're like, you got to address everybody as family. So when you speak to the group, you say, "Hello, family. Good morning, family. Good evening, family." So they're like, tell the family, why you're here. And I was like, "Hi, family. My name is Derek, and I'm here because I want to get my life back." And somebody from the back just goes, "Shut the fuck up." And I was like, "What?" And then there's this place, they're like, "If you want to go, let us know. We'll call the cops right now. They can bring you back to Rikers."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I got you. They're like, "We don't care."
It's that kind of place, yeah.
They're
like, "Nobody wants you. You're here because everybody's done with you."
Got it.
And we're your last hope. So you either, march to the beat of this drum, or you could get the fuck on.
Okay, so what happened? Did you get your shit together?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, obviously you're here today.
I mean, I ended up getting in trouble a bunch, which is normal.
Yeah,
you get in arguments with people.
You can't go straight as
Because once I got clean, like, you get what they call like a pink cloud, which is like, and I had that for like about a week where everything, I was like, "Oh, I'm clean, I'm happy." But then I couldn't sleep because the heroin, the drugs, it changes your brain chemistry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like all of a sudden, like, I'm sleeping like 1-2 hours a night.
Got it.
And from between grouping and going to therapy, we would group like 3 or 4 times a day. Then I have my one-on-ones. Like, it helps to rewire the brain chemistry.
Got it, to be talking about and all this stuff.
Right,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting.
And I started running too.
So you got fit. How long did you stay in this program?
18 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who paid for that? Anyway.
You.
Damn,
You
that's
did.
why we paying for this.
Brian did.
But I'm happy we did.
All of you at home, you paid for it. Thank
I'm
you so
happy
much.
I don't know why my brain went there.
Appreciate
All of a sudden, I'm a Republican. But no, I'm so happy that happened. So you get out of this program, essentially.
So I had people that were upset at me for things I had done while I was a criminal and using, and they were like, great, now we're just paying for your treatment.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm rather we pay for your treatment because, like, look what happened.
Yeah.
All right, so that all happens. You get out of this program, but, like, you come home. Like, it's hard to readjust, right?
Oh, it was so tough because I was like, with child support, it doesn't stop. If it just goes into arrears. It accrues. It doesn't matter if you're in treatment, if you're in jail. Like your responsibility is to pay that amount.
Okay.
So
so you had mad child support when you came.
I was like,
I'm done.
I was like 40 grand in the hole.
Oh,
and the thing is, this is like they'll send you to jail for that.
They do send you to jail for child support payments.
It could be 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, or a year. And with child support, no good time. So like I'm going to court for that. I'm like, Your Honor, you don't understand. Like I just got a job.
Yeah.
If you send me back.
What was your first job after coming out?
So I worked washing dishes in a diner.
Okay.
And then they let me deliver food.
Oh, nice.
And then I became a line cook.
Okay.
So boom, boom, boom.
Got it.
And then black veterans for social justice gave me a job at one of the shelters.
The white man?
Yeah,
Okay.
They and the guy was like, can't wait.
Black people always gonna help you out.
Yeah.
That's how we good for that.
Yeah. Well, once he was like looking at my application. Oh, I wish I know this guy. I should remember his name. Starts with a J. He was really big in the Occupy Wall Street movement.
Oh, okay. That was back.
I think his name is I don't want to ruin it. He looks at my application. He's like, "You've been incarcerated before," and I was like, "Yep." He's like, "All right." He's like, "I'm excited to work with you. Glad to have you." And that made me feel
nice.
so good.
That's really nice. Because sometimes all you need is a chance.
Right.
That's really nice.
And he gave me a chance. They gave me a chance, and I learned a lot there. And then while I was doing that, I got like certified as a K-SAX, certified alcohol substance abuse counselor.
Okay.
And then I ended up getting a job at the Marriott, which paid really well.
Yeah,
but
benefits?
It was benefits, but it was in Jersey. So this is what I used to do.
Damn.
I used to wake up at 4 a.m., wash my face, get dressed. I'd be on the platform at 4:30. Take the A, which runs local at that time, all the way from Shepherd Ave to the George Washington Bridge bus terminal.
That's deep in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, East New York.
Damn.
So deep. It's like 60 stops.
Yeah.
Then I get on a bus and take it to Teaneck. So it was like 2 hours of travel in the morning and the evening.
To the Marriott.
Yeah, and I worked on the engineering department, which is a fancy way of saying maintenance.
Okay, got it. I was like, engineering department.
And then I learned a lot there, and then I ended up getting into counseling. I ended up got a job for counseling.
That's a wild pivot to counseling.
Yeah, that took about 3.5, 4 years.
Did you pay your child support though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because you had.
I came into some money legally, and I paid it all one shot.
Oh wow!
One shot.
What's up? That's some white money.
Yeah.
Like you came into some white money.
Yeah. Some Puerto Rican Jew money.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, that's me.
Like, that's a subset?
I'm Puerto Rican and Jewish. You didn't know that?
I mean, I guess I do know
yeah.
it, but I don't know. I just figured you wigger type, but I didn't really classify it. You being Latino, that helps.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Wow, that is so crazy. So have you ever felt the need to like backslide or anything like that? Or
Yeah. It's tough because it's like where I'm at. I'm 42 years old. Mm-hmm. Like I should never be getting into physical altercations anymore.
Definitely not.
You know, I have to
the
say,
jig is up.
Shouldn't be like rolling around on the ground with anybody.
No, definitely not.
But I don't want to blame this on comedy because there's assholes.
Comedy is mad drama though.
Everywhere you go.
There's so much drama in comedy though. Everyone's very dramatic.
But there's a few people where I'm like, he should get punched in the face.
I'll punch you in your face.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
But like if I do that, then everyone's going to be like, oh, he's a criminal.
Oh, you serious about punching in their face?
I would love to.
Because I say that just because like I'm going to punch you in your face as like a warning.
Right.
But you mean it seriously.
Yeah, so I try
do.
not to even say it because if I do say that, like
You might punch somebody in their face.
yeah.
And you know,
And at this age, I might just get fucked up after that.
no,
Who
that's
knows?
true. No, that's true too. But you know the thing about
All these kids know
comedy-
Brazilian jiu-jitsu now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
The thing about comedy, some people need to get punched in their face. Especially like the people who have moved to New York. It's like, you're not from here.
Right.
You don't understand, like, if I'm beefing with you, this is a serious thing. They don't understand the seriousness of the issue.
Whenever I see people who move here and then they go on the road, like, and they post it, I'll always, in their DMs, I'm like, stay your ass there. Because stay your ass there, because now I get to do comedy in my hometown where I'm from.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That is true,
You know,
right?
so-
That is true. Yeah, I love when people leave. That's just a New York. I think that's a general New York thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are a little angry.
Get
Got
big.
it.
Go on the road.
Leave.
Stay.
Bye.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Okay.
But yeah, I've had like moments where, like, you know, recidivism could creep in. Like I did, and I got into a physical altercation like about 2 years ago now. It was like right after my brother passed away, so I wasn't in the right headspace.
Ah, okay.
And I was actually doing a show over on Bleecker, and I had some barkers out there.
Yeah.
So I would go check on them. Hey, you selling tickets?
Yeah.
And there was one guy who was like harassing. For people who don't know, barkers are the people that like will try to sell you
sell
tickets.
the tickets, yeah.
So they were
I was
barking.
like saying you should explain recidivism because that was a.
Oh,
that's a big
recidivism.
word.
Recidivism is just like, so once someone becomes incarcerated, it's like the percentage of people that like go back, and it's very, very high.
It's very high.
It's
yes.
very high.
Most people
So
go
like,
back.
the fact that since I have, you know, turned it around, that I haven't had any, contact with the law is like big.
No, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, but go back to the barker. Sorry to cut you
So
off.
this guy's harassing one of the barkers like bad. He's like, you know, scaring him, and I was like, all right, just come. I told the barker, I'm like, come with me. Don't worry, I won't let him run up on
Yeah.
you. And the guy just directs his attention to me.
Oh.
Spits at me.
Whoa. Ayo.
He called me the F word.
Whoa, what's that? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Can I say it?
No. We don't say that word because we're not part of the community.
Yeah.
But we can say the N word.
So
anyway. Well, I can't.
you can.
Carry on.
So I go back over, like I'm walking away from him. He's just following me around, and then but he's like not close, and then he
Yeah.
goes like about half a block down, and I'm standing in front of where we're gonna do the show, and there's a couple other comics there. My friends, JC Mendoza was there.
Oh, JC Mendoza, shout out to him. He was on the podcast last year.
And then he's yelling. He's just yelling shit, you know, fuck you and your tickets, this and that. And I'm like, I'm getting mad. And JC's like, what do you get upset about? He's not talking to you. And then he goes, yeah, I'm talking to you. You in the yellow hoodie. And I had a yellow hoodie on. And then I just couldn't take it anymore. And we got to tussling. And I felt like such a bozo because I was like flying down to see my mother, who had just moved to South Carolina. Both my parents retired bus drivers, took their pensions, went down south.
Nice, good for them.
And like now I had like a scratch on my face.
Got it.
Like a metal flower vase fell on my foot, and fucked my toe up. So I'm 40, and my mom is expecting me to go down there, you know, to console, be with the family after my brother passed away. And she's like, "What happened to your face? Why are you limping?" You know, so I felt like a bozo.
I got you.
You know what I mean? I felt like a real
They're like,
bozo.
oh, like what's he doing now?
Yeah. They're like, why? You know, I told my father, and my father's like, I'm sure you had like good reason, but come on, man. The timing is horrible. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the timing is bad. Very practical, your dad.
Yeah.
The timing's really bad. Okay, so sometimes, I guess in the future, like, don't let nobody, I don't know. You kind of, like, you don't want to be in that situation no more.
No. And that's my biggest problem. You know, a lot of people think like criminals or people who've been through the system are very tough, and they are. They're survivors, but we are very sensitive.
I can see that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Which is why we keep going to jail.
That's why you keep on going to jail. I have a friend like that. He's always like getting into something.
Yeah.
And it's because like he's just so sensitive. It's like, dude, just deal with your emotions, and then you won't have all these altercations.
Yep.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And how did you get to that level of thinking? Like, was it therapy or like?
CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy.
Wow.
Right? And we did it.
Was that in that program? Or?
It was in that program.
Okay.
So they would take all the jail guys, and they would do the CBT, and we had these workbooks. It was really in-depth stuff, and like every week you would give a testimony to the group.
Okay.
And the group is the group could they were the ones who decide if they thought you were being honest or not.
Interesting.
And they would be, and that's how you would get to the next level. Your peers would judge.
Okay.
So you could go up there, you could feel like you're spilling your guts out, and then they'll be like, "Nah, you ain't being honest."
Oh, damn, that's
he's
annoying.
leaving something out. Yeah.
I didn't know.
So we used to do this other thing, which was crazy too, called confrontation group, which is so you're living in this facility, right? Say me and you were living in the facility, and you know, say there's this area that has some nice wood floor, and you're not allowed to drink any beverages in there.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm on the wood floor, like drinking a coffee.
Got it.
And you see it, and you go, he's not allowed to do that. And then you write this thing called a confrontation slip, where you go, I'm bringing Derek to confrontation group because he was drinking coffee on the hardwood floor.
The snitch group.
So it's a snitch group, yeah.
Okay,
and then you fold that up and you put it in a box. And every Sunday, around 7 o'clock, when, you know, the rest of the world is like, has their Sunday scaries, the way we would prepare for the week is we would all go sit in a circle, and then the staff on duty would get all these slips out of the box, and he would say, Meka brings Derek Drescher to confrontation group for disrespecting house rules.
Wow.
And now, and if I did not write a slip back on you for any reason, I couldn't say anything. I had to do what they call hold your belly. And and you could rip into me.
Wow.
You could be like, you drinking coffee on the hardwood floor. You're going to do heroin again. You're going to die in prison. You could say some shit like that.
Wow.
And I would just have to sit there.
And take it.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what? This is teaching me stuff. Sometimes don't say nothing. Interesting.
Right.
I never had. You know what? I've never had this epiphany before.
So the way that program really helped me out so much. A lot of people are against that type of program because it's kind of like a pull yourself up by the bootstraps type of thing,
which don't exist apparently.
Yeah, or like people are saying like, you know, it's too rough, it's too black and white. There's no gray, but it worked for a bunch of us. It worked for me, and it just. The program being like, they're like, basically what they're saying, they're like, life on life's terms, you have no control what happens outside of you.
That's true.
But you can control how you react.
You can control how you react. That is true.
So sometimes I need to brush up on that stuff because it'll chip away, and that's when I'll have situations like, you know.
No, that's true. No, I yell at people a lot on the street, as most New Yorkers do. Yeah. But then, like, sometimes I'm like, you know what? I could mind my business.
Right.
Right.
But
I don't know. Sometimes you don't want to, but then.
Yeah. Well, sometimes also as New Yorkers, when you're being loud, you know, you're also. No one's gonna like this, but you're making it safe for people.
That's
like,
true.
hey, watch where the fuck you're going.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
There's rules. There's somebody watching.
Look
that's
around.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But moderation. Yeah. I get that. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you don't have to punch everybody in their face. It's true.
No, but it is something I still struggle with to this day. To this day.
It's tough. Yeah. I've never been to jail or anything like that, but I definitely get into arguments with people quite often because people be acting stupid and somebody got to tell them something. Yeah. But I like the fact that you're like, it's not worth it. Like, I have too much stuff laying on the line to make it worth it.
I mean, even now, like, you know, Kate was talking to me this morning. You know, she heard me on a phone call with somebody.
Kate was on our podcast. She's a shopaholic that was on the podcast a few weeks ago.
Still a shopaholic.
Oh my God! So I knew the thing about it is when she was here, I was like, "Girl, it seems like you're still going through the journey." Anyway.
So, you know, she was like, you know, this conversation I was having with somebody, she's like, I felt like they were trying to pull you into drama. And she's like, and you did very good keeping yourself out. Yeah. But you need to like watch it with this kind of stuff. Because she got more upset about it than I did. But, you know, there's still stuff I deal with. And plus we're in this industry where there's so many different attitudes.
I mean, this is this industry, I will say people are full of shit. Yeah. And like, as someone who's not full of shit, I'm going to call you out for being full of shit, which is confrontational, apparently.
And you're the minority.
Exactly.
Because nobody
calls anybody out. But guess what? I am going to call you out.
It's like, so when I'm at work all day, like, you know, I'm counseling, I have clients that I do treatment stuff with, and then, you know, I got my own shit where I'm like, all right, I got to make sure I don't get arrested or do heroin today. Yeah. You know, and then I walk in, you know, to some club to do, you know, a 15-minute spot, and then I get hit with some childish nonsense.
Some dumb bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, maybe a good strangling will help you out.
No, that's true. No, that's true.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's a weird thing, this industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, some things are worth it, some things are not worth it.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta realize.
The thing too is with us, if we were ever to do anything like that, like just word just gets around and it'll just be a black cloud over you forever.
Yeah, if you're like a piece of shit person.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. And at the end of the day, everyone can tell who's real and who's not.
Right.
Like if you've been in this industry long enough.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah, but I hope stay above it all.
Oh, for sure. I'll do my best.
And this is also helpful for me. You know what, Meka, you ain't gotta say everything you think.
Yeah.
I'll try.
I mean, that was so big because I remember this counselor I had. He goes, you're doing great in here now. He's like, when you first started, you weren't doing great. He's like, now you've learned the structure. You know how it is to live here. You know how to move here. He goes, when you leave here, we're not going to be here to say dinner is at this time, lunch is at this time.
Yeah.
This is what time everything shuts down. It's going to be all on you. And he's like, that's why the treatment here is so tough. Because you don't have any control over what happens out there, and he was right. It was really tough because once I started working, they started hitting that check for child support, rightfully so. Rightfully so. Luckily, I was on Section 8, so that was taking care of the rent.
You Section 8, damn.
Not anymore, but I did.
Only the Hasidic Jews got that.
I did for a while.
It's a legacy in New York. You Hasidic Jewish?
No.
Oh, okay, but you know they got the Section 8 on lock.
For sure.
Anyway, but that's a different story. Sorry, guys.
So, I'm stretching $40 for a week for groceries.
Man, that's a struggle.
You know what I mean? And then I would have some issues sleeping sometimes. So I was like, damn, how am I going to eat?
Right.
And then I would just get out there and run. I'd run like 50 miles a week just so I could sleep at night.
Oh, that's so interesting.
And then I got into a good rhythm. Yeah. And then, like I said, I came into some money from an injury that I.
Oh, okay. The other type of white people money.
Yeah. So I got that.
Okay, injury lawyers.
Paid my child support right off.
I love that.
I got the better job, and then things just really started to, right around 5 years, because they say recidivism. For somebody who makes it past 1 year, like 5 years, and even addiction, 5 years is like it's a big number.
Okay, it's a big milestone.
It's a big milestone. They're like, that is where you could fuck up again.
Got
it's
it.
just it's just the numbers.
Got it.
So I got nervous around five years, and then I made it through, and I was like, oh, I'm so proud of myself. And then I just started. My life now feels so much better. Because, I could get up and go to the bathroom when I want.
Yeah, no one's telling you what to do.
I don't have to report to anybody. Nobody is to ask for me, except for my job.
Yeah,
I have a supervisor.
Yeah.
But I can eat what I want. I can buy what I want. I just like life so much better now.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. And how many years has it been since?
It'll be 10 years this August.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you. Yeah.
August 28th.
Congratulations, Derek. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your story of rehabilitation.
Absolutely.
I hope this episode helps
Next time
others.
I come back, I'll do more jail stories.
Yeah. But no, this is helpful. I hope this helps others. A lot of people face the same issues. A lot of people trying to get out the system. A lot of people trying to get clean. So this is very, very helpful.
Yeah.
So you're kind of done with the jail stuff. Anything you're not done with, pop culture or otherwise?
Not done. I'm kind of... I don't like new rap.
Oh, okay. So you're done with it? You're not done with old rap.
I'm an old head.
Okay. Good.
So I love mid '90s to early 2000s rap.
I mean, that was a good time though. Don't we all love that?
Yeah. I hope we all do.
I mean, I do. I don't even. Yeah. I like the female rappers now. I will say that. I know
Glorilla. I fuck with her. She got bars.
These girls are fire.
Yeah.
I know guys are like, oh, rap is trash right now, but I'm like, the female rappers are holding it down. But
There's this other girl named Scarlett. You seen her?
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
You'll love her. Yeah, she's got a very gritty.
Guy, I like that though. I like that.
Like I was so this is one thing. So when I do listen, I can't connect with the newer hip hop. It's very hard for me with the kids, especially when they start doing like the auto tune shit.
Yelling at these kids say.
The cadence is so.
They ain't got no flow.
It's redundant.
I don't understand what they're saying. Yeah, it is very much like
but
that.
But sometimes I'll be listening to like some old MOP, and they're just the whole song is just about robbing people. And I just start sweating. I'm like, oh, I got to turn this off. I got to turn it off. So I guess, am I done with hip hop? Absolutely not. But new hip hop.
Got it. I love that. One of the things I'm not done with this week, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm done with it. I'm over Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, maybe.
But I feel like I know we're supposed to be talking about things we love it, but Club, I don't know. He did this interview with Amanda Seales, and this just got on my nerves.
Does she get on your nerves?
She doesn't really get on my nerves that much. She annoys me a little bit, but I feel like people just hate opinionated women. Right. But like the thing about Amanda is she's smart, right?
Very smart.
Whatever, Shannon Sharp, he's dumb. And I wish he wasn't so dumb. I don't know. He just seemed like a country bumpkin. I'm just like,
yeah, he's a little backwards.
And it was highlighted in that video.
I'm such a fan of him from watching him play when I was young.
You guys have this sports thing going on. I don't have that. So someone like me who doesn't have that connection to him, I'm like, how many times did he get hit in the head?
So a lot. He was a tight end. He caught passes and blocked.
Okay, God, it was a lot. It was.
And his brother Sterling actually, he was a great wide receiver. He broke his neck.
Oh wow! I don't even know who that is.
But he could walk.
So I don't know. My dad's African, so we never.
Sterling Sharp, Shannon Sharp. So this is the thing about Club Shay Shay. It seems like it's turned into like a gossip session.
It really has, right? Where people come and you watch this 3-hour interview for the gossip. For the gossip, yeah.
And Amanda Seales, the thing I like about her is that she is super smart. I like how she's divisive though.
She's very divisive. Because I don't even agree with her all the time.
Right. But she says that shit. That's why her show's so out.
She's standing on business.
yeah. I am mad at it. I'm mad at it one bit.
I don't even agree with her all the time, but I also think she get a lot of unnecessary hate. But then Shannon, what are you you should have researched or something.
He's not gonna do all that.
Yeah, but don't have an Amanda Seales on your show. Keep it to the rappers and the.
I gotta watch it now. I'm sure. Was it a train wreck?
It was embarrassing, and it happens within the first 40 minutes. So yeah, watch that episode. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Derek, for sharing your story. Where can I guys find
you? Derek Drescher on Instagram. I have a podcast called On the Gate Podcast. That's with me, Gio Perez on the Gas Digital Network. You can subscribe on YouTube, and if you want to become a Gas subscriber, use code.
You're plugging another podcast.
Oh, should I not do that?
No, you can do it.
OTG14 is the code. 2 weeks free, but that's where you can find it.
Okay, great. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Derek, and find us on Big Comedy Network because that's where this podcast will be on. But yay, we're done here.